How to get better at Fortnite Zero Build? Well, in Zero Build you need to think ahead. You need to know exactly which item to use in every specific situation. We're gonna look at 3 precise examples that you will encounter in every Zero Build game and how to best deal with this situation. But first, we need to talk about the right side advantage in Fortnite. The right side advantage is the advantage that the third person view gives you. You'll notice that the crosshair is on the right of your character, not on the left. This allows you to shoot on the right hand side without exposing yourself. Whereas if you wanted to shoot someone on your left hand side, not only would you give him the advantage, but to fight back, you would have to completely expose yourself. By combining the right side pick with a spamming shotgun and some good back and forth movement, you will deal a lot of damage while still remaining very hard to hit yourself. Example 1. Far away enemy. The enemy hasn't seen me. After a quick check of my surrounding, I'll crouch and start one-tapping him with my AR. One-tapping each shot at this range will allow my crosshair to shrink to maximal precision between each shot, allowing me to deal a lot of damage. If I were fully spamming instead, with the bloom and recoil of the AR, I would end up missing a lot of shots, giving him time to get cover. If he does have a cover item like a bunker, I'll need to react fast. A bunker in Zero Build is very OP. Not only does he now have walls between him and I, he also has a stair, which gives him a much better fighting ground than a rock or a tree would. I'm gonna either need to use a cover item myself or to run to a nearby structure. If I manage to fully crack him, I should start rushing him. Zero Build Pledis having an extra shield, you'll have to deal 150 damage to start damaging his white HP. Example 2. I was moving around the map and an enemy suddenly starts shooting at me at mid-range. First reflex is to get cover. If you don't have a cover item, you should run to a nearby structure to start fighting back. If there is nothing around you and you don't have a cover item, you should immediately fight back. Quickly one tap without moving. In Fortnite, you'll either be aggroing someone or you'll be in a defensive state. You can't do both. Your job is to force the other player into that defensive state. Hitting him twice, 3 times in a row would force him to stop aggroing me and get cover himself, granting me time to run to cover myself. If you need to heal, you might want to use a rotation item to put some distance between the enemy and you. On the other hand, if he didn't do much damage to you but you did, you might want to push him, which brings us to example 3, short range combat. An enemy is almost right next to me. If he still hasn't seen me, I need to deal the most amount of damage that I possibly can, using either a spamming shotgun or a shotgun shooter combo. Spamming shotguns are very effective in close range combat, especially if you use the right side advantage. If you don't have a spamming shotgun, you will have about a second of cooldown where your pump just won't shoot again. You can use this time to shoot a few PM or AR bullets. By keeping your fire trigger down and just switching between your pump and your shooter, the enemy's health will decrease very fast. So, when rotating, try to always keep your cover item in hand. If you are quick enough, the enemy shouldn't even be able to break your overshield, meaning that you won't have to use your healing item if you use a cover item. Also, when rotating, try to always be near a structure, like a tree, a rock, or a terrain cover, just in case. When in cities or constricted areas, try to always have your pump in hand, and to always have your target on your right. If they are on your left and you are to the right, you should quickly reposition. And as often, height is a huge advantage. Be above the enemy whenever you can. Which brings us to the best Zero Build inventory set. A shotgun and a shooter are mandatory. Prefer spamming shotguns over those who cannot, and choose your shooter accordingly to your pump. For example, a combat shotgun has a good range and a lot of ammo. There's only a few chances that I'll need to switch to my shooter weapon at this range. So I can take a long range shooter, an AR or a scoped AR. If I got a shotgun that does not have a good range, that has a big cooldown or not much ammo, I'll need to use my shooter at long range and at short range. So I should probably use either a PM, a pistol, or a non-scoped AR. You're gonna also need some healing item, or at least some healing augments, and you'll need a cover item as well as a rotation item. So your inventory will be quite full quite fast and might be subject to change over the course of the game, depending on your most immediate needs. We'll learn more about Zero Build in the upcoming videos. Be sure to subscribe for more Fortnite tutorials and check the playlist to find more videos for you. Don't forget to like the video if you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one. Have fun!